Push.
Hi everybody, I'm Monique Darling and this is my oldest son Michael McFarland, and this is another episode of Confessions of Revolutionary Relating. And for me, I can't imagine a more deep revolutionary relationship than being able to be a parent and a child on your own terms and really being able to do parenting. And so, well, I'm home one more day before I go back out on the road. And so I wanted to make a few more videos with my husband and with Mikey and really be able to have some conversations around what our biggest challenges are and what our biggest triumphs are. And so I know one of the things that has, I don't know if it's a challenge, but it's been something that we've had many conversations about, is around dating and openness around different aspects of my kid's life. And so like from the time that Mikey was 16 or 17, then when I started opening up my relationship, then we started having a paper that anyone could fill out and spend an hour at the house. They could have an hour at the house to themselves and everyone else would leave and go do something else. And for me, that was pretty revolutionary for you guys to be able to have your own time and space to self-pleasure or to just sit and be by yourself and not have a parent looking over your shoulder wanting to know what's up. And so and one other thing, and then I want you to respond to those two things, are that it's been so funny to me because I grew up not being allowed to talk about sexuality and not being allowed to question things, or whenever I did, I'd be punished severely, or things would happen to me. So I learned to be quiet and just have all these thoughts and things going on in my head. And so with my kids, then from the time that they were little, at least from the time Mikey was 14 and his brothers were little, then I encouraged them to talk about everything. And so the way that it seemed that they have rebelled against me is that they don't care about sex. They don't care about, they don't need to rebel. And so they they sit and they're very quiet and they play on the computer and they're very accepting beings, but they don't have that need to rebel, except for maybe to say, well, I'm not going to be like you, Mom. Which to me is ironic and hilarious because I spent my whole life trying to get out from my mom's thumb and trying to be able to be who I wanted to be, and I've offered them total freedom to be who they want. And even like his younger brother is saying, I need more boundaries. Like, you need to give me more structure. So that's been their way of rebelling. So what do you want to tell everybody about what that experience has been for you?
Well, it's definitely very freeing being able to do whatever you want or be whoever you want to be type thing, like let you be yourself. So that's really awesome. Um, my main thing I would say is it's let me be free to be me, which happens to be very lazy. So it's perfect for me. So I'm okay to be like myself. So it's good.
What does lazy look like to you?
Um, Trying to do like absolutely nothing and just like relaxing a lot, like finding free time to do nothing and do that, maybe sleep, but it works out good.
And see, in that way, then they've been some great teachers for me too, because I spent my whole life having to do things and making myself busy and trying to prove my worth. And it's just been in this last year and a half that I've actually started valuing being slow and doing nothing and creating that space. And Peter's been a great help with that, and the boys have been really incredible, because when they were given all this latitude, they didn't want to go to Disneyland. Like, it was my dream forever to have a Disneyland pass, and I got them a Disneyland pass a couple years ago, and we went like 11 times, and Mikey and I had a great time, but we spent a lot of the time processing in line. Like, we'd have our big family fights or our big family discussions there at Disneyland, and it turned into this place of us being able to talk about the things that we weren't talking about at home, instead of this, oh, we're gonna go to Disneyland and play and have fun together. And it was, and then when I come home from my business trips and off traveling and teaching, then I want to fill everything up so that we could do all these cool things, and so that they wouldn't be missing me so much, or I wouldn't be missing out on their lives. And they're like, Mom, you're tired. And so the greatest lesson has been of us just pulling a mattress out in the living room and having Doctor Who marathons and staying in pajamas all day and not taking a shower for 3 or 4 days when I'm home, and just all of us enjoying, and there could be a stench from everybody in the house because nobody's taking a shower, but people don't talk about this stuff. And so that it's been really enjoyable. Like, we had more fights when I was trying to get them to have an experience with me. And so, like, what else can you tell our viewers before we end this video?
Pretty much the only things are like, uh, like you don't really need other people's validations to be yourself. Like just if you're lucky, you've got someone like my mom who'll help you, you know, be more yourself. But just try and be yourself as much as possible, and it'll all work out.
And I invite all of you, to any of you that are parents, or you're even like adoptive parents, if you're an auntie or an uncle, or like there's some people or some person in your life that you're able to parent, to really take a look at how much they can teach you. Because so many of us get stuck in thinking that we're the teacher, and in my experience, it's the kids in whatever capacity that are our greatest teachers of all. And I love this man, and I'm so grateful for my sons. So thanks for joining us today. We'll see you next time. Bye.